Quick question. How many subscriptions are you paying for right now? Take a second. Actually think about it. Netflix, Spotify, the gym, Amazon Prime, Apple iCloud, YouTube Premium, that new site you signed up for during a free trial, the meditation app, the meal planning app, the software you used twice, the cloud storage, the streaming service you got for one show and never canceled. Now here's the real question. How many of those did you have to think hard to remember? Because that's the trap. Not one subscription, not even 5. It's the ones you forgot you had. And right now, today, those forgotten subscriptions are quietly pulling money out of your account every single month. Small amounts, invisible amounts, amounts so small your brain doesn't register them as a problem. But added together, they are costing you $25,000. And that's not the dramatic number. That's not the long-term compounding number. That's just what's leaving your account over the next few years, right now, on things you don't even use. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you're going to do something most people never do. You're going to see the full picture. The trap. Let me tell you how this happened to you. It didn't happen all at once. Nobody sat down and signed up for 15 subscriptions in one afternoon. That's not how this works. It happened slowly, one at a time, each one with a completely reasonable justification. Netflix, because everyone has Netflix. Spotify, because the free version has ads and you deserve better than that. The gym, because you're going to get serious about your health this year. Amazon Prime, because the free delivery saves you money. That's actually smart, right? And then the app started. A productivity app, $8 a month. That's nothing. A language learning app because you were going on holiday, $12 a month. A password manager, $3 a month. Cloud storage for your photos, $2.99 a month. A VPN, $7 a month. A recipe app, $5 a month. Each one made sense. Each one felt small. Each one got charged quietly in the background while you went about your life. And here's where the psychology gets interesting. Subscription companies know something about the human brain that most people don't. They know that we evaluate purchases differently depending on how they're framed. A one-time purchase of $200 feels significant. You think about it. You weigh it up. You might wait a day before buying. But $16.99 a month, your brain barely registers it. It's less than a lunch. It auto-renews. It's already forgotten by the time the charge hits. This is called payment pain reduction, and the entire subscription economy was built on it. Every app, every platform, every service has figured out the same thing. If you make the payment small enough and automatic enough, people will pay indefinitely for things they barely use. And it gets worse, because the moment you subscribe to something, it becomes part of your baseline. It's no longer a choice you make. It's just a thing that exists in your life. Like rent, like your phone bill. That psychological shift from active choice to passive acceptance is exactly what subscription companies are counting on. You don't cancel because canceling requires a decision, and staying requires nothing. The math. Let's put real numbers on this. The average person in your income bracket, someone earning between $60,000 and $120,000 a year, is currently paying for between 12 and 20 subscriptions. Most of them will guess 6 or 7 when asked. The actual number is almost always double what they think. Let's build a realistic picture. Netflix, $18. Spotify, $11. Gym, $45. Amazon Prime, $15. Apple iCloud or Google Storage, $3. YouTube Premium, $14. A news or magazine subscription, $10. A productivity or software tool, $12. A VPN, $8. A streaming platform you got for one specific show, $12. An app subscription you forgot to cancel, $8. A cloud backup service, $7. That's $163 a month. And we haven't touched meal kit deliveries, or the premium tier of apps you upgraded to, or the annual subscriptions that only charge you once a year so you never think about them. $163 a month is $1,956 a year over the next 3 years, just from subscriptions you mostly don't use. That's $5,868 leaving your account. But that's still not the real number. Here's the real number. That $163 a month invested instead into a basic index fund at 8% annual return over 25 years is $152,000. $152,000 from subscriptions. Now let's get to the $25,000 figure I mentioned in the title, because here's what most people miss. It's not just the money leaving your account. It's the money you're spending on top of subscriptions to justify them. You pay for the gym, so you feel guilty when you don't go, so you go twice a month. Each visit is effectively costing you $22.50. You pay for Netflix, so you stay up later than you should, watching things you're not even enjoying because you want to feel like you're getting value. That disrupted sleep costs you productivity. That productivity costs you money. You pay for Amazon Prime, so you buy things online you wouldn't have bought otherwise because the free delivery removes the friction of the purchase decision. Research consistently shows that Amazon Prime members spend significantly more on Amazon than non-members. The subscription doesn't just cost $15 a month. It changes your spending behavior in ways that cost far more. This is the hidden multiplication effect of subscriptions. They don't just take money, they reshape your habits in ways that take more money. And when you add the direct subscription cost to the behavioral spending it triggers, the average person in your bracket is losing $25,000 or more over a 5-year window, not to one big bad decision, to 15 small, invisible ones. Here's the thing that nobody talks about. The problem isn't that you subscribed. The problem is that you never audited. There's a difference between a subscription you actively choose every month and a subscription that just exists on a spreadsheet somewhere taking your money. One is a decision. One is a leak. And your financial life right now is full of leaks you've never looked at because individually they're too small to notice. This is called subscription creep, and it affects almost every high earner in exactly the same way. Your income goes up, your baseline expands to meet it, new subscriptions get added, old ones never get removed. Over 3, 4, 5 years, your subscription stack quietly doubles without you ever making a conscious decision to expand it. The wealthy don't avoid subscriptions, they audit them. Every quarter, every service, every recurring charge. One question: is this actively improving my life right now? If the answer is no, it goes. That discipline alone separates people who build wealth from people who wonder where their money went. The rule. This is the subscription audit rule, and it has 2 parts. Part 1, the 30-day test. Go to your bank statements right now, not in your head. Actually go. Look at the last 30 days of transactions and write down every single recurring charge. Everything. No matter how small. $2.99 counts. $0.99 counts. Write them all down. Now, for each one, ask one question. Did I actively use this in the last 30 days? Not did I mean to. Not do I intend to. Did I actually use it? If the answer is no, cancel it today. Not this weekend. Today. Most people doing this exercise cancel between 4 and 8 subscriptions in the first pass. That's $40 to $90 a month freed up immediately, without any lifestyle change, without any deprivation. Part 2, the annual subscription calendar. The sneakiest subscriptions are the ones that charge annually. They hit once, feel like a one-time expense, and then auto-renew 12 months later while you've completely forgotten about them. Create a simple note or calendar reminder for every annual subscription you have. Set the reminder 2 weeks before it renews. That gives you a window to decide, do I actually want to renew this? That one system alone saves most people $200 to $400 a year on services they would have sleepwalked into renewing. Together, the 30-day test and the annual calendar, this is your subscription audit system. It takes 45 minutes to set up. It runs on autopilot from there. The escape. Here's what I want you to understand. This is not about living without subscriptions. Some subscriptions are worth every penny. If Spotify genuinely improves your daily life, keep it. If your gym membership is the foundation of your health routine, keep it. The goal is not 0 subscriptions. The goal is 0 unconscious subscriptions. The difference between the person who builds wealth and the person who wonders where their money went is not how much they earn. It's how many invisible leaks they've allowed to stay open. Because here's what happens when you redirect even $100 a month from subscriptions you don't use. Over 25 years at 8%, that's $95,000. From canceling things you weren't using anyway. No sacrifice, no lifestyle downgrade. Just a 45-minute audit and a few cancel buttons. That is the power of paying attention to the small things. Because the wealthy don't just earn more, they leak less. At the start of this video, I asked you how many subscriptions you're paying for. Now you know the answer is probably double what you thought. And you know that those subscriptions, the ones you forgot, the ones you barely use, the ones that auto-renew in the background while you sleep, are not small expenses. They are $25,000 decisions you never consciously made. The trap was never one big subscription. It was the system that made each one feel too small to cancel. Now you see the system. Cancel what you don't use. Redirect what you save. Compound what you redirect.
Stop financing illusion, start compounding freedom. Your path to wealth begins now.